Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from RippleX. So the XRP ledger testnet was successfully reset yesterday as planned. All testnet, DEX content, accounts, balances, and settings have been deleted. The reset improves efficiency and reduces the cost of running a testnet node. Stay tuned for updates on long-term testnet improvements. I will definitely keep you up to date on those improvements as well. This comes from Xena XRP. You really didn't think the boat would leave without them, Chris Larson. They needed more time to get on board too, so you can all party together. Ripple was never surprised about the witch hunt against them and XRP. But Ripple was always confident. It was always a done deal. Now back in 2017, when XRP reached $3, Chris Larson became the richest man in the world. And I don't think the elites like the idea of that. Most likely why they slowed Ripple and XRP down. Why we got tied up with the SEC in 2020. But now here we are in 2024. And we have a clear path forward now for Ripple and XRP. Because the SEC case has finally been wrapped up. We're just waiting to see if the SEC is going to appeal or not. Most people don't even expect an appeal to happen. Ripple's going to pay the money and we're going to move forward. That's what I see happening as well. And it's back. $589 XRP. But where did this all start? The speculation emerged in 2022, fueled by the circulation of a fake image from The Simpsons. The image showed Bart Simpson writing XRP to hit $589 plus by the end of the year on a chalkboard, a supposed reference to the token's future price. Although the episode has been debunked, some enthusiasts continue to support the idea. I think it even goes back before 2022. But why are we talking about it today? Because Brad Garlinghouse's X profile hit 590 the other day, and he quickly changed it back to 589 shortly after. But you know, a lot of people would say that we're never going to see XRP hit $589. But one thing I want to point out is this right here. While the ongoing speculation captures attention, more concrete price predictions have surfaced from market analysts. A recent analyst forecasted a price of $26.50 as a potential top for XRP during a bullish cycle or alt season. But I do believe at some point we will hit 589. I think it could happen through Ripple stealing more and more business away from Swift. Or even this. Japanese banks are gearing up for a transformative shift by fully adopting XRP by next year, 2025. I cannot wait to see what kind of price points we hit because of this. And this is supposed to happen next year. So even beyond that, you got to look at those tokenized assets coming to the XRP ledger. All of that value, plus XRP going live on rail after rail all around the world. I think we're easily going to achieve 589 at some point. Then there's this. The Democratic Party released its platform with no mention of Bitcoin or crypto. But to be fair, even Trump put out 20 things he wants to do for Americans. And guess what? Bitcoin or crypto is not on the list. So with stablecoin regulations now coming here in the United States, I think they're fast tracking those regulations because stablecoin regulations lead to a CBDC. But Eleanor Tourette also pointed this out as well. By comparison, here's the GOP party platform that has a specific section dedicated to championing innovation that includes crypto, AI, and space travel. So crypto, Republicans will end Democrats' unlawful and un-American crypto crackdown and oppose the creation of a CBDC. We will defend the right to mine Bitcoin and ensure every American has the right to self-custody of their digital assets and transact free from government surveillance and control. I think they're wrong on the CBDC. And the reason I say that is the world is pushing into the digital age. If the US doesn't follow the rest of the world, we are going to be left behind. We will fall into hyperinflation and we will watch the US dollar no longer be a world's reserve currency. Something else will replace it. You have China coming up with a CBDC backed by gold. Other countries going in that direction. Third world countries are becoming crypto hubs. Their economies are booming because of innovation. The US has to go in that direction. AI. We will repeal Joe Biden's dangerous executive order that hinders AI innovation and imposes radical left-wing ideas on the development of this technology. In its place, Republicans support AI development rooted in free speech and human flourishing. I do like the idea of that. I think AI is getting way ahead of humans, and I think they need to slow that down. David Schwartz said this, "Good news, everyone. Sources say if Harris is elected, she will remove Gensler as chair of the SEC before his term is up. Harris will nominate Gensler as Treasury Secretary if elected. I would rather see Gensler at the SEC instead of at the Treasury. That could be far worse for the American people. But we all can agree Gensler's gotta go, and hopefully they remove him from the SEC sooner than later. The day he leaves the SEC is going to be a massive green day for crypto. But other people debunked this. They said this was not actually real. So I don't know what's going to happen with Gensler. And then I wanted to point this out. This is very important. I saw a lot of people saying the US won't switch to a digital currency because everyone's mortgage would be erased. But that's not true. I will cover this in a video as well, like I'm doing right now, because I think a lot of people are falling for this because people are saying, why pay your mortgage with the new treasury dollar coming as well? This is leading people into even more debt. So you see it right here. So what happens to my mortgage if my bank changes currency? A mortgage contract is a legally binding agreement between a borrower and a lender and is not affected by a change in currency. Because I've seen people even saying that if that new treasury dollar gets released, then your mortgage will be gone. And you know, I keep telling people, all these things that I see all over X, people with the Nasara Gasara and the debt removal and everybody's going to be debt free. I don't think that's going to happen either. It's way too good to be true. What I think people should really hope for is that something breaks, because the only time that the US government seems to do anything for the American people is after a crisis happens. I think we need to reevaluate mortgages and rent prices. Rent's out of control. Same thing with mortgages. People can't even afford to buy a house. Something needs to happen there. Also, with inflation, something needs to happen. People cannot afford to feed themselves. that needs to change as well. But like I said, the only time something seems to get fixed in the United States is after a crisis. Hash Hub research, the XRP supply distribution. So you see the burn supply right here, 0.01%. Circulating supply is at 56%. And the future supply is now at 43.99%. But I think it might be even a little bit lower than that now. But I think that future supply, that's what's going to end up in the hands of the IMF and the BIS and the central banks. And I still think at some point we could see scarcity for XRP. It's hard for people to see with 100 billion XRP out there. But when it's getting locked away in massive liquidity pools, watch how quick the supply diminishes. DEA Secretary discussion paper on crypto policy like before September 2024. This paper will also contain suggestions on the remit of regulations for cryptocurrencies in India, another country pushing towards crypto regulations. I still think that the US has crypto regulations already written, already ready to just release out there when the time is right. And I think it could possibly come even before the election. If we have crypto regulations in place, that will lead to mass adoption. I know a lot of people in the crypto space keep saying, we don't need no regulations. That's going to hurt crypto. But you won't get mass adoption without regulations first. And then there was this. Putin just dropped a bombshell decree, inviting people from across the globe who are fed up with the globalists. Now you could seek sanctuary in traditional Russia. Russia offers safe haven for people trying to escape Western liberal ideas. And I see people all over X today saying, when can I get my passport? But it's strange that Russia sees the problems inside other countries. And the people in these countries don't even see the problems that are going on around them. It makes no sense to me. You know, the US keeps slipping deeper and deeper into debt. And that is not sustainable in any way. And I still think that debt is eventually going to lead to a crisis. But they already have the solution, the new financial system. Just in, the Federal Reserve and the Bank of Canada are having its 2024 summer workshop on money, banking, payments, and finance this week. Fed Gov Christopher Waller, understanding the risk of runs on banks, non-banks, and stablecoins. In the papers to be presented span areas including decentralized ledgers, exchanges for crypto assets, and the impact of certain protocols on financial stability. The Fed already knows that bank runs are coming. The Fed already knows that the FDIC cannot bail everyone out. And that's why they're already pushing towards crypto. They're pushing towards CBDC as well. We've seen all those backdoor meetings happening last year with the Fed and the current administration. I think they already have everything laid out for a CBDC as well. And that's the things you got to pay attention to when you're an XRP investor. Because if CBDC comes, we get rich. If CBDC doesn't come, guess what? We still get rich. They could fix this current financial system right now using crypto. But I think they're going to go in another direction, honestly, because you look around the world and you see country after country creating a CBDC, hoarding away stockpiles of gold, planning to back CBDC with gold. The US will follow behind, or we will get left behind. But you know, until it all happens, you gotta stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.